Hello, Letsyn here, welcome to the new Synthesis Sunday episode. And today I want to show you the best way how to make really evil and crunchy and crazy Reese basses in faceplant like this. Like always, you can download this preset from my Patreon below with tons of other stuff, and check my academy. I made a very nice noisy style drum and bass start to finish course, but right now let's jump into it. So this is the Reese bass on itself again, and in short context. Go for this course in the description. So let's jump into faceplant. The first thing that you want to see is I have two lanes, which means two separate process. And this is what I so love in faceplant. This lane, the first one is the mono signal and the second one is the stereo signal. This is so cool, and all of them process together in lane 3. So let me show it to you. This is the stereo lane. So basically what I did is I added an ensemble, I filtered the low end, I filtered the tops a little, I added some stereo width, and I changed the frequency so you won't have any phase issues in lane 3 altogether with the mono signal. So this is the nice thing, because basically this is just the top noise on top of the whole sound, so it doesn't really matter the frequency itself. And this one is the mono signal. So nice and deep and evil sounding Reese bass. And before I start analyzing the process, let me just show you that I have a saw wave with two voices of unison with mid-hard detuning on them. And I'm not even using any filtering or distortion in the oscillator tab, only I have two envelopes, two outputs. The first instance goes into lane 1 and the second one goes into lane 2. So this is the mono and this is the stereo signal process. So it's pretty simple, pretty standard. And let me show you the effects one by one. So first is the saturator. Pretty standard drive and fuzz. Then I have a phaser to add a little dark tone to it. Then I had to use a notch filter. And where the cutoff is dragged by LFO 1. Now, a cool thing here is with the note modifier, you can change the speed of the LFO based on the notes you're playing. So as you can see, I set the root to F and I set only 12 notes as the range, the max and the minimum values. Then I'm using an OTT. The slice is EQ, where I mainly boost the mids and chop the highs. This is actually important if you want to make really nice sounding Reese basses. Then I added the flanger. And another big bunch of distortion. Tricky part here is that as I go higher, I increase the drive too, controlled by the note modifier. So as you can hear, as I go higher, the whole sound turns a little lighter, and I don't want that. I want to have really thick sound on the top of that range. As I go higher, the drive goes higher too. Okay, then I have another slice EQ. Slide editing, and another big bunch of distortion, and another slice EQ to chop the highs and the mids a little, another flanger. And these are minor things. Now I make all the things mono to make sure that this signal is really mono, and the filter to the end. Just some extra notch, you know, that is controlled by LFO 2, and this is static, so it won't move based on the notes you're playing. Okay, and on lane 3 I have an OTT and just another slice EQ to chop off the very highs and the lows a little. So this is a really cool technique if you want to make nice sounding Reese basses. Okay, so once again, if you want to grab this sound, check my Patreon with tons of other stuff, and check my academy for awesome start to finish courses. I was Letsyn. See you guys next time. Peace.